to Adventures Over 60. Mike and I want to personally thank all of you who are tuning in and watching our videos. We are delighted, we're humbled, and we just want to say thank you. Today's video is going to be about some of the smaller items that we'll be taking on the trip, our electronics, our toiletries, etc., etc. So we will be asking some questions and really appreciate those of you who take the time to write comments and suggestions. We read every single one and are appreciative of the information that you can share with us. Let's get started. All right, so to begin with, toiletry-wise, we each have our own deuce spade for digging cat holes for pooping in the woods. In our backpacks, on one of the side straps, we'll also carry just a small amount of toilet paper. So that'll go with that. So this side is what I'll be carrying. My first question is, do I really need to cut off the handle of this hairbrush? A lot of people have done it. I'm just asking you in a general sense, is that necessary? So I have a hairbrush, an extra hair tie. I have a nail file. Mike will be bringing the clippers, so I'm just going to have the nail file. Tweezers, which we would use for medical, toothbrush, toothpaste, and here's something really cool. In last year's hike, 2021, a hiker named Recklessabandon suggested getting these silicone wedding rings, which we did. We just got them from Amazon and it was really helpful. So I'm not bringing any of my jewelry. I tend to lose things when I'm out on the trail, as you know. So I don't want to lose my wedding rings. So we're going to be wearing these. This is just a very small lotion from EMS, and we'll see how that goes. We have a tiny gold bond and also Body Glide for chafing. We're going to bring a very small amount of Dr. Bronner's soap. Some people say that it's not necessary because once you go into town, you'll have access to some soaps and shampoos there. But I just wanted to see, that'll be another question. Is anyone bringing that? And if so, how much? We poured most of it into a smaller bottle that we can put into our resupply box for future months and weeks. Are you bringing any kind of soap? And last, I have retainers. Also earplugs for snoring in the shelters. Hopefully that won't be an issue too much. All right, now we're in Mike's Ziploc bag. Oh, and what I meant to say is we're going to have all these in a Ziploc bags. He has a pack of hand warmers, the same Gold Bond and Body Glide. We have dental floss that we'll be using for sewing patches if necessary, as well as dental floss. He has a comb. Here is his clippers, toothbrush, toothpaste, more of these. And then he's going to be carrying prescriptions. And we also have a bottle of Thieves and a bottle of peppermint essential oils. We realize that these are heavy, but we use these almost daily. Thieves is great for our immune system, and also peppermint oil is great for body aches and pains. So here's another question. We're assuming that we will be putting all of these things, toothpaste, these two things, and probably these, in our bear bag at night. But what are all you doing with your medications? Are you going to put them in your bear bag, or are you going to leave them in a Ziploc bag in your sleeping bag? Please answer. In terms of a medical kit and repair kit, we'll each have some chapstick. I have this little teeny tiny bag that has a few Band-Aids, a few pieces of moleskin, and some Neosporin. And then we have a very small bag that has repair tape for our tent or the sleeping pads. And it also has a thread and needle. Maybe I don't need to have that whole spool of thread. I don't know. We also have a Swiss Army knife, that we can use for everything that needs to be cut. So I will be wearing this little fanny pack. Mike has a few side pockets on his backpack, but I'm going to have this fanny pack. And in it will be my daily snacks, probably a bunch of Cliff Bars. Also for toiletry needs, just a few sheets of toilet paper, as well as some hand warmers for the cold days. But I also have in here ibuprofen and anti-diarrhea medicine. That's going to be in here, as well as the Band-Aids and Neosporin in case we have a quick accident or we need we need things immediately rather than having to dig through the backpack. Okay, in terms of our journal, I have a journal that I started, and once that's filled up, I have another one in a resupply box. We have 2 pens. We will only use our own pens while we're out on the trail. And Trailhead Justin, shout out to you real quickly. You suggested putting Luco tape around your pens. I think that's a brilliant idea, so we'll probably do that too. We're going to bring the AT guide. We've ordered the 22 edition, so that will be coming in the mail shortly. And a lot of people tear off the cover. They tear off each page as they're going through. Maybe we'll do that. How much weight does it really save? Certainly by the end of the trail, it saves a lot. So possibly we'll be doing that. And then we have a small little New Testament, which we will be bringing along as well. Okay, now we're going to be talking about electronics. To start with, we have the Garmin Mini InReach, which we've talked about in a previous message. It has the SOS button in case we are in dire need of help, but we also will preset it to some messages that we can send to our family at night. We each have a headlamp. Mike's is going to require 3 AAA batteries from time to time. Mine is rechargeable, and that will be able to be plugged in to our power sources. So while we're on the trail, we will use 2 power banks. They're basically small batteries. This one is from Anchor. It's a 10,000 unit, and this one is called Extreme, and it's a 5,000 unit. These will be fully charged when we get out on the trail. We haven't determined yet how many days the power will last because we have to take into consideration things like weather, but they will be able to go for several days from what we understand. So when we're out on the trail, we can plug into the USB port our phone and my headlamp and also the cord that will be going into the Garmin. Once we get into town and we have a hostel, hotel, wherever we're staying, we will then plug these 2 units into the Anchor power adapter, which happens to have a 2-port entry. I just want to give 2 quick shout outs. Heading North last year in 2021 suggested putting these silicone gel packets in the electronics, and we think that that's really smart. We're going to go for it. We also want to shout out to Alicia in the mountains, who is a 2022 hiker. She suggests putting stickers on your power banks so that when you're in the shelter and you're using them, they don't get confused with somebody else's. So thought those were really smart. Thank you to both of you. We will also be using the small flash drive, which is going to be helpful when the phone gets full with videos and photographs. We can download all of those onto the flash drive and then delete what's on the phone to make up more space for future videos. We have earbuds in case we want to listen to music and we want to be really conscious of other people on the trail. We don't want to be blaring loud music. We have our phone charger, and then we have a selfie stick. So that's really it for electronics. We don't have the exact weight. We realize that this is going to be a little bit heavier than some of the other packets that we have, but it's all worth it. So that's the end of this video. We really would appreciate any comments or suggestions that you have. All these different little bags, Ziploc bags and stuff sacks are going to fit into our backpacks, and we're going to be happy to have it all. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.